Memories of wrestling The Undertaker in Smoky Mountain.
We had a good time. And he was like, after the match, he came up to me. He said, New Jack, everybody that I've talked to, they said you was gonna be impossible to work with. He said most of the guys was like, you can't work with him. He said, but if there's anything I can ever do for you, if you need help, he said, call me.
What's up, my wrestling friends? Today we got a good one. Today we're gonna talk about a match that I didn't even know happened, guys, until earlier this year. I found out that The Undertaker and New Jack, they actually had a match. And doing my research, trying to find out what happened with that, I found out that The Undertaker and Kane also had a match 3 years prior to them meeting with that Hell in a Cell. So, guys, also, did you guys know that Vince McMahon was a heel for Memphis Wrestling? So, we got a lot to unpack today, guys. So, let's start with this. In 1995, guys, right around April of 1995, right after WrestleMania, you remember the WrestleMania where The Undertaker, he fought King Kong Bundy? Right around that time, guys. A little bit after that, a week after that event, The Undertaker went to Smoky Mountain Wrestling. And that was Jim Cornette's territory. So the territory still existed. And Vince McMahon had domains over them territories too. Because, guys, like I said, did you know Vince McMahon, he already did the heel turn. He did the heel turn back then. Check this out, guys.
Now, for the benefit of those of you in the Memphis area that don't know what that honor was, well, you see, what happened was that... you don't know what happened? You don't know what this is? Why, the last time you saw this belt, it was around the waist of your king. It was around the waist of Jerry Lawler.
Now, we're not here to talk about Vince's ability to be a great heel. As you see, he was made for the Stone Cold heel, that whole saga that we had in the Attitude Era. He already did that in the Golden Era. But we here because of his business savvy and his ability to play this Forbidden Door game. And see, Vince been doing the Forbidden Door. He just wasn't making a big old thing about it. Like how Tony Khan and AEW over there acting like if they doing something special. Making money and move around. But let's get into this whole New Jack, the Gangsters versus The Undertaker, and Tracy Smothers, that is. So let's hear what Tracy Smothers had to say about this.
Jack and Mustafa, we were doing a thing to bring Undertaker in. The Bluegrass Brawl, 1995. Yeah. And Bob Armstrong had food poisoning, you know. And we were, well, that was at the Bluegrass Brawl, he had food poisoning. The TVs, the 4 TVs leading up to it, they got heat on balls. He was Boo Bradley. You know, got heat on a couple other baby faces. I can't remember. At the end of the night, they were going to leave Jimmy Cornette had turned him babyface. He did things, we were going to manage him, all that, this, you know. And we were doing a 6-man tag. Bob Armstrong, Undertaker, myself, with D'Lo, Mustafa, and New Jack. You know, so the end result of the last taping was them leave us lay and cover us with a Malcolm X flag. We're somewhere in Virginia. Another situation, Klan area, the whole bit, all that, right? There's no lie. And after they did it to Boo Bradley, because they used Boo good as a boss, as a right. Babyface. Boo's always a good worker, and they'd get heat with the people. They'd already laid somebody laying before that. It was going up the tier, you know what I mean? Sure. And they're going to do it to us, you know. Well, a cop come running back there. he goes, hey, you, come here, Smothers, come here, like that. He was cool, but he was pissed. Him and two cops right behind him. He goes, look, we don't have that around here. We don't have that bullshit around there. That's bullshit, did the flag a few years ago, burn it. He said, that shit don't fly here, right there, dude. And I said, look, man, I said, we'll get them. And they were getting ready to leave me and Jimmy laying, and cover us with Malcolm Fax. So we'll get them, it's all right. He didn't want to smarten them up. And he goes, no, we're stopping it now. He goes, that don't fly here. That's not going down here. We've heard what these guys been doing. It's just other doing in other counties. That ain't happening. I said, look, we're getting ready for the biggest 3 shows we've ever had. We're bringing Undertaker in to all 3 our major, to Pikeville, to Johnson City, I don't know if he went and did Knoxville with us on that. I know he did Pikeville and Johnson City. I don't think he did Knoxville on that. He did, but he might have worked with Kane. It was kind of wasn't Kane there. But anyway, I said, if you arrest these guys, and I said, everything we got is tied up into this right here. I said, we're done, we're finished, we'll be shut down. I said, there's a lot of money in this right there. I said, this is business. And we're trying. I had to smarten them. You didn't smarten them up back then. Jimmy was living with the cops. I didn't even let nobody know I did that. New Jack and Mustafa and D'Lo were in the back of the dressing room, and they really thought that they were coming to get them. And they had everything they could get a hold of. They thought they were going to go down swinging. Yeah, that's a true story, man.
It just goes to show you how important Vince McMahon superstars were to any territory, yo. These guys was banking their whole future on this feature, on these 3 dates with The Undertaker, guys. Understand that. And it was so impressive. Guys, right now you can't find nothing on the internet about this match, but what you will find this promo, and it's one of the cheesiest promos, but it just goes to show you how they put in the promotion to capitalize off the feature of The Undertaker. They had New Jack at the cemetery, guys. Let's get to that.
Tracy Smothers under that gangster flag.
Okay, now look, we're gonna go in the cemetery, all right? We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna show these people that we're not scared of Undertaker, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna go. Now, all we gotta do is just go in here, we're gonna walk around a little bit and get used to this graveyard, so we gonna show everybody what's going on, and the gangsters ain't scared of nothing, you know what I'm saying? And Dilo, you ain't scared, are you?
No.
Kyle, you scared?
I'm with you.
All right then. Stopper, you with me, right? You ain't scared?
I ain't going in there, man.
Come on, Stopper, man. All we gotta do is just walk in the damn cemetery. Come on. As you can see, we out in the cemetery, and
Hey, don't
we
step.
trying to prepare it. What?
It's bad luck. Don't step on the graves, man. It's
Man,
bad luck.
look, wait, hold on. We trying to prepare for this match we got coming up with The Undertaker, Tracy Smothers, and the Armstrong, and Cornette, and whoever else. Now, I understand that Paul Bearer and The Undertaker, this is something that they might be used to, but the gangsters ain't used to this. But I'm trying to show everybody that we ain't scared to come in no graveyard. So we might have to dig up a couple of folks just to show you that we ain't really all that scared. And if I seem kind of nervous, I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm just, just want to make sure that everything all right out here. All right, Undertaker, Paul Bearer, Cornette. This is about as low as you can get. Speaking of low, we probably stand on a grade that's about 6 or 7 foot deep, but this is about as low as you can get. Now I'm gonna show you that the gangsters ain't scared. I'm gonna show you that we gonna stoop to your kind of match, you understand? You wanted the gangsters, now you got the gangsters. And I don't like being out here, I'm gonna be honest, I really don't. But we gonna come, and we gonna try to get rid of Undertaker, Paul Bearer, Cornette, and Tracy, you know what I mean? And I hope for the sake of everybody, this is the last time I have to walk through a graveyard. I don't like being out here, and I might not
Hey, what
even...
was that? I heard something, man.
What?
Over
You
there.
ain't heard nothing,
I
D-Lo,
heard
shut up.
something, man.
No, you did. You ain't heard
I
nothing.
told you I heard something.
What?
Now you see what I mean by cheesy. But hey, for the time, this was dope. This was creative for the time, guys. But let's get into some more content. Let's go back to what New Jack had to say about The Undertaker.
Memories of wrestling The Undertaker in Smoky Mountain.
We had a good time. And he was like, after the match, he came up to me. He said, New Jack, everybody that I talked to, they said you was gonna be impossible to work with. He said most of the guys was like, you can't work with him. He said, but if there's anything I can ever do for you, if you need help, he said, call me. Because we put that motherfucker's ass over. And one of the funny things I did that night, I had a two-pool that day. So we show up, and my jaw is swollen. I can't talk. And I was like, let's go to Walmart. He's like, for what? I said, just trust me, let's go to Walmart. He was like, all right. So we go to Walmart. I go in the toy section. And I bought this baby doll. It was about this high. We came to the ring. And I walked in the ring. I had on this long trench Raider jacket. And I had the baby doll stuck down in my jacket with a noose around his neck. And I stood there and held it up and just let it swing back and forth. And they lost their motherfucking mind. Mark was like,
Was he in the ring at this point or no?
yeah.
Oh, he already did his entrance? Yeah.
He was like, oh God, right? And every time he would come near me, I would scream and run. He grabbed me by my shirt. I almost ran out my shirt trying to get away from him. And he was like, Jack, if they put my character over like that in WWF, it would be so much easier to do. He said, but what you did was the way it was supposed to be done.
You ran like it was Michael Myers coming after you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and he always told me, he said, if there's anything I could ever do to help you out, let me know.
Was Paul Bearer there too?
Yeah.
Did you interact with him at all?
Yeah.
What did you think of him?
I thought he was cool.
Yeah. I love that guy.
Yeah, I thought he was cool.
We miss him.
Yeah.
Still, we have our tribute to him on the set. The match, though, it was him and Tracy Smothers against you guys in a flag match. What kind of a flag match were you guys having?
I had a flag made. It was a black flag with a white X in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
They had the rebel flag. So the loser got buried under the flag.
Okay.
So we had cheated on Tracy, and we beat Tracy and Bob, I think.
The second night you did a 6-man
Yeah,
with Armstrong.
yeah. But we buried him in that flag. So the Undertaker was brought in to help them get revenge on us. And that's how it happened.
Were you pumped to find out that you were working Undertaker when you found out when you were doing the build to it?
Not really.
Really? Huh? One of the big names in the industry like that? It didn't.
I mean, I was flattered, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I didn't fucking mark the fuck out.
It ain't even about sweating him. You give me that, oh, I don't want to sweat him energy. New Jack, you all you could care about is the drugs. You see, you probably was high at the time to even understand the magnitude of what was going on there. But I'm glad you had nothing but great things to say about The Undertaker, and I'm glad The Undertaker didn't have anything but great things to say about you. So far, so good. I haven't heard anybody say anything horrible about The Undertaker. So that means The Undertaker is truly a genuine soul. And I was surprised that to hear The Undertaker tell New Jack that if WWF was to put over that gimmick the way New Jack put the gimmick over, because you know New Jack was acting like a straight fool. And that's how our stereotype says. Like, we don't like that. We don't play with the dead. That's what made the promo that much more cringy, but that's what made it more realistic, guys. So I'm not going to hold y'all much more. I hope y'all enjoyed the content. And if y'all could find any more clips on this actual match, send it to my email. Let me know. Sharing is caring, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you like wrestling content overall, you might as well go on and subscribe, guys. Hopefully, I don't got to trim out this last part. But here's a treat. 3 minutes of the match between The Undertaker and New Jack.
He knows his opponent is completely helpless to resist the submission hold. He's in full-on attack mode now. Watch it!